for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Throw on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 33-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Completed to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with a lot of ground between where they are now and where they need to go. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Taking a shot deep down the field it goes. Brought in inside the 20. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Dumped off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Throwing it again here. The throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back, I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
This offense in position now, it's 1st and goal. He'll throw it yet again. The back's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. They'll send him up the middle. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Shotgun now on third down. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the gun, Mayfield. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, you kind of had a feeling, Brock, that they were going to be passing early and often, coming out of the locker room on the losing side of things, right? And that coverage, man, they knew it too. Right there to make a play on the very first throw.
Yeah, no doubt. I think in any of our minds, they knew a throw was coming defensively, and that's fine. You could know it's coming, but you got to then go out and execute and take it away. Played right into their hands, and now a chance to add to this lead.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here's a handoff. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Chased out to his right. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. That punt reaches 50 yards. And the Buccaneers will get set to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. To throw, Mayfield. Finds him over the middle. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
3rd and just 2 to go. Pressure coming, Baker. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Tampa Bay.
Irving here from the gun. Massive hit, the ball is out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. From the 39. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That one's complete right side. And he crosses midfield before going out.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd down. Here's Mayfield. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Yeah, that ball looked good out of his hands. It just couldn't get through the defense cleanly. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
And they get to this one inside the 10. Looks like they stopped it right at the 9-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a handoff up the gut. Nice cut back to the right sideline. Down the sideline to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Bucs take over the first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. In motion left is Evans. First down. Here's Baker. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So second down coming up.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneer football. They trail, but it's still within reach for them. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
Slot man in motion right. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's trying to push the field. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Blown back gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd and 14 now. Rolling left, buying some time. He's got... Oh, he lost the football! And it skips out at the 2-yard line. Dangerously close to a touchback, but they'll be set up near the goal line instead. Ooh, bad fortune's turned to good pretty quickly there, partner. That fumble eluding capture, and thankfully ends up out of bounds.
Yeah, big old sigh of relief on that sidelines, but that new life's going to be short-lived here if they're not able to convert on this third down.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
He's dropping back to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Reed now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. Baker now from the gun. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, it's Mayfield. He put everything he had into this one. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Nearly an interception on that play. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Baker throwing again. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Mayfield to throw again. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Alontae Taylor has it. And the Saints are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So it'll be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Past the 35. 20. 15. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints put up even more points in a win. Wow, great stomp there, Gronk. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Baker. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, they'll run. And they bring him down around the 34. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints nearing their first win of the season. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They kick the running back in motion. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Call it 4 yards, and we'll see what they do now from 4th and short in this spot.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Looks like they will indeed try at 4th and 2. This time he's looking to throw. Escapes out to the left. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Stays in the pocket. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Forced out to his right. Trying to push it. He's got it inside the 25. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate, and I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
He's throwing for it! And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And no problem for the Saints. They cover it up. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They give it to him again. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Saints keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd down, Mayfield to pass. The lateral goes haywire, live ball. And the Saints grab it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
He was brought down by Troy Anderson.
The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, one more snap to play here. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter.